boys and girls. I just got out of AMC, just finished watching The Last Voyage of the Demeter. That funny was so moving. It's that new Dracula horror movie. Pretty good, pretty good. I didn't really know much about it. I just knew that there was the one guy from Game of Thrones in it, and the main actor, who I can't think of his name right now. I've seen him in quite a few other things as well. I didn't know David Dastmalchian is that David Dastmalchian. I think that's how you say his name. The guy that, well, one of James Gunn's closest friends. He plays Polka Dot Man in James Gunn's version of the Suicide Squad. I didn't realize he was in this. So when he popped up as one of the crew members of the ship, I was astonished. My my mouth dropped over. I was like, "Hey, that's David Dastmalchian." Yeah, wasn't expecting him to be in this. He was fantastic. Everyone in this film was fantastic. The little boy that played one of the crew members. At first I thought he was the captain's son, but then the captain talked about his daughter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the boy was just picked up by the crew and ended up becoming another crew member. But at first I thought it was like the captain's son or one of the other crew members' sons. But then there towards the end, I started thinking, oh, maybe he's not any sort of relation to any of the crew, and he's just another crew member. But either way, the boy that played that character, he did fantastic. The movie got pretty emotional at parts. It was pretty suspenseful. The Dracula was fucking horrifying. The first few times I saw him, he made me jump a little bit, but yeah, it was a pretty good movie, pretty good story. I love this version of Dracula. It's one of the best versions of Dracula I think that we've gotten so far. Yeah, I love this. I love that they're turning these actual, horrifying stories into horrifying movies. Like the few Draculas we've gotten, they aren't that terrifying. They aren't terrifying at all. For the most part, especially in Hotel Transylvania, which that's just a kids movie. But yeah, I love this version of Dracula. This is probably one of my favorites. One of my favorite like creature thrillers, to be honest. There's not much like dark creatures wise, like we've got Mummy, we've got Frankenstein, we've got Dracula. But yeah, I love this version of Dracula. It's so good. It's I don't even know what to say. Like, if you give the chance to go watch it, I definitely recommend going to watch it. Yeah, it was just good. It wasn't like I thought. According to the trailers, or like seeing the trailers, I thought it was gonna be like pretty scary. And I guess just depending on how much you can handle a horror film. I thought they could have made it more intense at times, but you know, I I still jumped a few times. And yeah, that's that. For action, there wasn't much action. A few gunshots here and there, but there wasn't much action. Well, I take that back. There was quite a bit of action of like them fighting and trying to find Dracula and like doing, you know, crewmate ship stuff. But for the most part, there wasn't much action. So I'm gonna give action like a 3 out of 10. Comedy, obviously, it's not a comedy. Wasn't much humor in it at all. I chuckled a few times at a few death scenes, but that was about it. So comedy, I'm just gonna give it, 1 out of 10. Drama, it wasn't very dramatic, or yeah, there wasn't much drama. So drama, I'll give it 3 out of 10. Suspense, I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. It was pretty suspenseful. And horror, I'll give it 7 out of 10. Dracula was pretty horrifying. He yeah, he was pretty scary looking. So I'll give horror 7 out of 10. And for the overall movie, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for the overall movie. It was pretty good. If you get the chance, I recommend watching this in theaters. This is definitely one I'm going to buy on DVD or Blu-ray and get a set, or yeah, get a disc set in my collection. But yeah, I enjoyed watching it in theaters, and I recommend watching it in theaters if you're going to watch this movie. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, I think. Like I said, the actors were great. Oh, I was gonna mention music in this. When I was watching it, I thought the music, sort of had that God of War, you know, tone. The new PlayStation games, not the old ones, but the newer PlayStation games. I thought that it had kind of a God of War tone, and then when I was watching the credits, it actually says Bear McCreary. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but Bear McCreary, who produced the music for God of War, actually produced the music for this movie. So, you know, I I wasn't expecting that either. But halfway through, I was like, this is starting to sound kind of like some God of War music, just like the atmospheric sort of tone, and it ended up being the same music producer. So yeah, thought I'd throw that in there at the end. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Check out my I just watched Meg for the first time, so I'm gonna be posting that reaction soon. And on the same day, I'll be posting my sequel Meg review, because I just watched the sequel tonight with this. But I'm gonna wait till my reaction for the first one's out and post them together. So look out for those. Will be posted after this, a few days after this sometime. So yeah, look out for those, and I will see you guys later. Alright, bye bye.